the ending of Phoenix was really good.
Is it?
Resurrection?
Yeah, I've enjoyed that.
I've liked it. From the
I have
thing.
too. Yep.
Yeah.
I have too.
I liked it too.
Yeah.
I liked it too.
Tim's even liked it. If Tim likes it.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
I like No
It's a
Surrender
cold
too.
day in hell.
Yeah. That was good. Joe Gollum was. I like that book a lot.
Yeah.
I read 24 books last night.
Didn't get to Jessica Jones though.
Savage.
I read that though.
Detective?
No.
Metal?
Yeah, Dark Knight Metal. As I put on Facebook, another exciting, with quotation, issues from the legend in his own mind, Scott Snyder. So, you gotta read Ice Cream Man. That book was good.
Oh, the one you were talking about last week?
Yeah.
You want to toss it in my pile for me?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was really good.
All right. Hell yeah, I am. Love that. He's one of my all-time favorite characters from the Avengers, and the way they did him in Civil War, I think it's going to be great. Yeah, I think I'm going to go the night it comes out. Find tickets somewhere. Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty great. I think it's, I'm interested to see what they do with Wakanda. You know, how they portray that onto the screen. But with everything they've been doing, I know it's going to be a knockout. You know, I don't like to go in with high hopes though, because then I get disappointed. So I go in with low expectations, and then I'm always pleasantly surprised. Void Trip. This is a trippy book, man. I gotta see if this is. It's like weird. It's like these two people that are just like bombing around this like galaxy. The artwork's pretty good. Ryan O'Sullivan. I like it, Ryan O'Sullivan. Glenn, you read Void Trip?
You know, I read the first couple issues, and I didn't bring home issue 3 this week.
No?
No.
I love it. It's out there, man.
I wasn't a huge... I don't know.
Not sure? You haven't done enough acid in your life.
I haven't done any acid, so I wouldn't know what it was like. I kind of felt that we didn't need another alternate... We didn't need another alternate Spider-Man.
I thought the whole purpose of Secret War was to get rid of all the...
That's what I thought, too. And then they said...
Now everything's alternate universe.
Yeah, so I read the first 2 issues and stopped. I don't want to read alternate Spider-Man with Mary Jane having powers or his daughter having powers, and
Yeah, I started reading it the other night. I got like 16 issues. I don't know how I feel about it.
yeah. I think the best thing they ever did was make Mary Jane not married to Peter Parker and pretty much got rid of her out of the book. I got sick of her whining all the time.
And now she can bang Tony Stark all she wants.
I actually just caught up with Iron Man, and I know a lot of people are complaining that it's not good. I like since they've renumbered it. I've liked the story that's going on. Phil liked that, and he took a little heat for liking it, because it says the internet says it's by far one of the worst books. Well, again,
What do they know?
one person says it, and other people just agree with it. And
I don't want to be the loser that likes it.
Right, and half the people who complain about it probably has never even read it. They just take what they got from reading something.
Yeah, they just regurgitate something they heard someone else say.
Right.
And they're like, well, I know I won't like it because they didn't like it.
Right. I think Iron Man has been pretty good. And I think Captain America has been pretty good, too. Unfortunately, with Chris Samney's cartoon little kid art, it just takes away from the whole book, though.
Yeah.
But I kind of like him going back on his... he's going back almost for like a walkabout. He's going back, finding just places in the United States just to meet people. Because he says he's a person of the people. He goes, but I don't know enough of the people. So he's he's going around, just going to different cities just to meet people, and shit happens along the way. So it's been a pretty good story, but the artwork is just you might as well read a little kid's book.
I'm not on the internet. I'm not scouring the internet looking for information. So everything I learn about stuff that's coming out, I learned in here. They're not going to do the first Infinity Wars this year? Are they doing that next year?
I think that's all filmed, I think.
They keep putting that off, man. I thought that was going to come out years ago.
I think Part 4 is still being filmed because they had a picture of Brie Larson.
There's a Part 4?
Well, Avengers 4. They had a picture of Brie Larson in like a uniform, and everybody was flipping out because it wasn't red and blue. It was like in the Kree colors.
Who's she supposed to be?
Captain Marvel.
Oh. See, I'm still behind the times with everything. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know shit.
So Black Panther's coming out February 16th.
Fuck yeah.
Infinity War comes out May 4th.
Oh, really? So you were right, Phil.
Ant-Man and Wasp on July 6th.
No, so you gotta go on
And
Friday.
Captain Marvel comes out March 8th of 2019. Then Avengers 4 comes out May 3rd, 2019.
Wow. So they're doing 3 Marvel movies this year.
Yeah, look at,
I'm on board.
they're not doing one every other month when they get the X-Men and the Fantastic Four in there.
Yeah, you think they'll ever get X-Men back?
Well, they bought Sony.
They did, didn't they? Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, I heard about that.
They bought
Everyone's all worried about Deadpool, about the Deadpool movie. They're not going to make it rated R.
Oh, they gotta.
They have
I
to.
think they're smart
That'd be
enough to know
crazy.
that.
They're not that dumb. Everyone's worried. I'm like, they've done right by Marvel
it's already
stuff.
made, isn't it? Or
It's got to be.
I think it's already filmed.
It's got to be at least like close. I'm trying to fill some gaps here, but I'm looking for X-Men Legacy 235 to 237. Did you read the New Legion
Oh,
book?
I opened it up and I closed it.
I know. I looked at it too. I was like, if this is like stellar artwork, I might read
And
it.
I hate Legion to begin with.
I've got on board too many times where a new book comes out with him, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get on. I like this, and I'm just like, I don't get what's going on. I don't really like.
Yeah, I can't stand the character to begin with.
Oh, it's just this. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
What book's that?
I know. It's poor character
Legion.
ripped apart. Legion.
I thought the TV show sucked. The movie, the book
I
sucked.
couldn't get through the TV show. I've yet to be able to get through a book.
Yeah, X-Men. I don't know. The X-Men, the whole universe is messed up with all the timelines. It's as confusing as the comic book.
They tried to do too many different things at a time where like they started with those first 3 movies where they didn't do nearly enough as they could have, and they're starting to realize now like how far they can go with it. But yeah, I think they should have just revamped the whole, which they kind of did, but I don't know.
They just gotta forget Miles Morales should be Spider-Man. If they want to have Miles Morales as a Spider-Man in the movies, that's fine. But I don't think they need to replace Peter Parker with him.
No.
You know.
No. Yeah. Unless they kill off Peter Parker.
Well, yeah, which is ridiculous. When an artist draws a character, does he look like another character, the same character that another artist has drawn?
That's a good point.
Other than you can only tell by the uniform.
Yeah, that is a good point. You got me there. All right, we won't kill everybody.
Thank you.
It's decided.
All right.
You'll get this one.
All right. It's about the only one I'm ever gonna win. Mark Wahlberg's like an enigma. He could either be a great actor or a real shitty actor. But I can't see him as Tony Stark.
I could see him as another character though.
Maybe, but
someone
not Tony
else,
Stark.
but definitely not Tony Stark.
Wolverine?
No.
No,
I like him in a lot of his stuff. I guess, you know.
but I like him better as a comedic role.
Yeah, like in Ted and
Yeah.
the other guys.
Yeah, he's awesome as that like serious tough guy, but also has these moments where he's just hilarious. So I like him more in those type of roles than as like a action hero or something like that. So he'd have to be someone with some like comedic addition to it.
They get the first appearance of Weasel.
Yeah, I know.
Weasel was in the Deadpool movie.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that owns he's the bartender,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's why.
Is that who he
that's-
is in the comic? Though?
I don't think so. I don't
He
think
was
so.
like a computer guy in that.
Thought so.
Yeah, he was like microchip for Punisher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought that was Weasel.
I had Volcano
He was good in that movie
for 2
too.
days. I'm still feeling on the road.
53, please. Man, you must be desperate for books. I mean, this is what we picked up this week. X-Force and X-Men Legacy.
It's been weighing over me, man.
I'm gonna thank you today for stealing from
You
me.
don't like Second Coming, the Second Coming series?
No, I didn't get into it.
called the Ghost Shit.
I wasn't really reading much of any of this at that time. So
I've never read it either,
Yeah.
and because it was at a time where I was just reading trades and stuff, and it was coming out.
Just don't tell you need to read it, or
No.
I told you already. You just decided not
I
to.
would have taken it right off my list then.
I take what he says with in one ear. Part of it goes out the other.
Yeah.
Some stays in. Because he's telling me, I told you 2 weeks ago about this, and I go, oh, I wasn't listening. You know.
Yeah, I was going through and I was like, oh, I got some stuff because I Cable's one of my favorite characters, and I had a bunch of stuff that I had to fill gaps. So I was just like, all right, I'll hit the shop next time and see if I can fill those gaps there. I'm looking for all new X-Men number 128, first Phantom X.
Yeah.
If it comes across your path for cheap money.
Yeah, well, it's on the wall.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
You have it
Well,
already?
maybe it sold it. Hold on, let me look. Because it's funny after we talked about it.
You realize, like, oh, wait a minute.
I had it. We were going through a collection. And it was in it.
I was like, I bet you found it in the box for $2 and you put them on the wall for $15.
No, it's $35.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta think 35.
We got it the day after you came in.
Did you
Yeah.
really?
When we remember we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Was it what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the day after.
Yeah.
Day after. Tim's going through a bunch of X stuff.
You're like,
to
wait a minute,
refill.
why do I know that
Yeah.
number is important for some reason?
Yeah. And then I looked at the cover. Was this the right number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he in the book a lot, or is it just?
I didn't look at. I just looked at the book to make sure. I looked at the book to make sure the pages were good. You know, there was no coupons cut out. See him yet?
Nope.
He could have morphed into somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep,
Oh,
there he is.
again.
Yep. There he is, just sitting in
What
the...
is he infiltrating the X-Men?
That's what it looks like. What's going on here?
Oh, a little White Queen action.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. She looks close to being a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good artist rendition.
Not the best representation
No.
of the White Queen I've ever seen.
No. Who is this clown that's doing the artwork? Cordy. I don't know who Cordy is.
Cordy.
I'll try never get any of his stuff.
Yeah, he must be big.
This is one of the few things that Grant Morrison did that actually still stuck with the X-Men.
Yeah.
You notice a lot of the characters disappeared. They never used them.
They fizzle out.
Yeah, because they realized that it was shit. You know who the people who like this were just Grant Morrison people. Half the X-Men fans would drop in the book saying, "Oh my God, I can't stand this."
I know.
stuff
I wasn't
anymore."
reading it at the time
Yeah.
when that stuff was going on. When it was like the new X-Men stuff, I was reading old stuff. All right, I'll think about it.
Yep.
I'll keep it on my
Just
mind.
remember, it's a little cheaper. It's a little cheaper than the New Mutants.
I
you
know,
bought.
and it might, all of a sudden they make a Phantom X movie.
Yeah,
It might be kicking.
it's gonna be like
myself.
Ghost.
Oh, you go to other stores in their libraries. It's quiet, and they don't talk to you, and they don't want to talk to you. Shut the fuck up! They sit there, and you're bothering them, when you walk in. So when you come here, Glenn is excited. He's engaging with his customers, and it's great. You look at the store. There's key issues and relics hung up all over the place. Where you could actually take it down and look. Other stores have it, 20 feet behind the register. You can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't ask them about it, you're bothering them, go away, And also, two other places, they jack up prices way too high. You can't do that. That just kills the culture, you know what I mean? So, Glenn sells, face value, and that's awesome. Other stores, they fall for it too much. The name of the game is first come, first serve, wherever you go. You can't escape that, Unfortunately, it's just... That is how it is. What it is at that point. But if they really want one, they got to do their homework. And okay, I want this book, and a week or two before, you do what you got to do to get it. As calling the store and seeing if they'll set it aside for you. Some stores do, some stores don't. It just depends on the owner and their preference. So, I've done it before. When I want a book badly, I say, call up around, see who's gonna put it aside for me, and go from there. This is a variant cover for the Punisher. Before the show, before all of it, it wasn't, that book is worth, the real one is worth like $150 easy. And, before the movie, some of these books would be in the dollar bin. Marvel right now is putting on a lot of bad stuff. It's too stale. DC right now, like with this Metal series, this is hot. This is like legit. Their art is beautiful, the story arcs are beautiful. Marvel is all over the place, and they're trying to reboot, and then it fails, and they cancel, they reboot again. It's just, nah, I don't like that. But they're gonna get better eventually. It's Marvel. So the thing with DC does good with movies if you read the books. If you're a big book reader, you understand what they're doing. If you are a average moviegoer who just likes special effects and stuff blowing up, you're not gonna like. A lot of people didn't like Batman vs Superman because they didn't understand it. Well, that movie has I think it's 4 or 5 comic books combined into it. So, I have them and I've read them plenty of times, so I knew what was going on and what's to come. The others that don't read them are sitting there clueless, not knowing what's going on, and then they don't like it because they don't understand it. So, Marvel does a little better job with not having to kind of punish you if you don't pick up a comic book and read it. So they have a good balance. DC is towards more the comic book fans. Like if this ever comes out on a movie or a series, I'm gonna know about it. But then Joe Schmo that never picked this up is going to be clueless as to what the hell's going on. I don't want to ruin it, but they pick up a medal that just does a whole bunch of stuff and merges characters together, and it's epic, and the way it works is amazing. So this is a variant of it, and you can see like that. That speaks for itself. So I'm not going to say what it's about. Go buy the book and read it, and you'll see. This is the first appearance of Ajax, and it's you know, to whoever it is, that's a key issue. So, you know what I mean? Like, you can grab it, pick it up, and do what you want with it. So, I'm actually gonna buy it. So, see, you know, to me, this is a key issue. I love Deadpool. Deadpool's one of my favorites. So, I just grabbed something that I think, you know, everybody knows what Ajax is. He's from the movie, yada yada yada. But in the books, this guy's a son. I could swear, right? Yeah, he's a son of a bitch. So, and $15. It's hung up right there for anybody to grab it. Boom. At other places, this will be hung up so damn high you can't even read the price. You know what I mean?
Don't take it out! It loses its value if you take it out of its packaging.
And if you ask them for it, no, you're bothering them. They're having coffee. They don't want to talk to you. What I'm eyeing is this. He's very, very, I mean, you can tell he's very, very talented. I've been eyeing that for a while. I'll pick it up probably next week. I mean, that came out online. I had the chance to purchase it, and it sold out like that instantly. Like that, really, really fast. So shout out to whoever that guy is that did that. He did a really good job. So I come here all the time because this is where all the stuff I like is here. So I've picked stuff out of here plenty times. I actually have a book. I'm going to show you. It's a comic book that I got here, and I actually got it signed by Stan Lee in Comic-Con last year, 2017. Anything that anybody has signed by him that's key, I think it's gonna go up significantly when that sad day comes, you know. And he's 95. He's like, you know, when I went to see him last year when I got my book signed, he came out like wobbling, you know. He had all his people there watching him, helping him, or whatever. That's when I realized that I was like, wow, he's like, you know, he's old, you know what I mean? And he's traveling the country, signing stuff and everything. So, but yeah, when he passes, when that day comes, when he passes, it's gonna be, and people are gonna start asking outrageous prices for their comic books. You know, I can already see it. Amazing Fantasy 15, you know, 6.0, give me $10,000 for it, whatever. Stanley signed, he's dead, you can't get it anymore, and that's horrible. I don't, nah. That I have 2 books signed by him, and I will never let them go, never. I don't believe in reselling books like that. None of my comics are for sale. I have a lot of like really good stuff. My buddy Toki, if he sees this, he has some heat. Oh my God, this kid has, damn. And he's the same way as me. He's the one that gave me that mindset. Don't ever flip your books. Keep them. Like, even if you have extras, you hold on to them. Don't let them go. This is Amazing Spider-Man 583 Variant Edition Obama. I got that here. Got it signed by him himself. It's a 9.6. It's all legit. And I paid, I think, was like, what, $30 for that book here? And it's worth like $150, like that, the way I got it. So, you know, same thing with this one. I got this one here. Got a sign. This is from 2015. So, you know, got a couple nice things. And they all everything comes from here, all of it. He has a lot of good stuff. If you look around, there's a lot there's a lot of key issues here. You can just walk up to it and pick it up. Read it, check it out. If you like it, get it. If not, then okay. So, it's not bad. Not bad at all. What's that? Legend. He's a legend that he doesn't give a shit. That's the best thing.
First appearance of Ajax.
Yeah. I was just telling him I saw it, and I was like, oh, I'll take it. Why not?
So the first appearance of Weasel today.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Remember Weasel?
Yeah. Yep. In the movie.
Yeah, it was in the. That's been on the wall for a while.
I walked by.
Cable. Yeah, it was in the cable. It's in the cable book.
Okay. I probably walked by it like 3 times and didn't even notice it. So did you ever find out if you have that Venomized book I asked you about?
I don't have it.
No. You don't have it? Damn it.
I'll keep an eye out for it, but I was joking when I said, "Oh, maybe it's in my collection." I didn't have that crap, you know. It's sorry.
No, it's okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you though for
because it was reprinted from. It was in 4 What If books as backup stories, and then I guess it was so popular. I don't know. Maybe it was. You used to be able to find those books in the 50-cent box.
Yeah.
You know, so it's but then they reprinted it just as one story.
Nice.
But no one ordered a lot of them because everyone still had the regular books that they were in. Yeah.
So they weren't gonna. Yeah.
But hey, if we ever find one, you're the first one on the list for that.
Thank you. See, that's why I come here.
It was a What If one shot. It was Venom possessed Deadpool or something.
What if Venom possessed Deadpool?
And it only came out. We'll see you later, Mark. It came out in that year's as backup stories in that year's What Ifs, and then later they took all the backup stories and made it into a one shot book. Yeah, and it was so it was What If Venom possessed Deadpool or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. So I told him, I said, I got that at home. I'm gonna go check. I didn't. I forgot to tell him I was just kidding. You know.
I was talking to my cousin. He's another one that's looking for it. My cousin Efren. And I said, I think if anybody has it, it'll be Glenn. And if he has it in his collection, he probably won't sell it. So.
No, if it's in my collection, it's gone. It was in my collection. The only thing I won't sell out of my collection pretty much is my Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah, Spider-Man stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man stuff. My Man-Thing collection and my Howard the Duck collection. My stupid shit that no one in the world wants anyway.
Well,
so,
it's
That's
the beauty of it.
Man-Thing.
Yeah. Well, maybe I do want someone to touch my Man-Thing.
Obama variant I bought off of you here.
Yeah.
A couple years ago. Same thing. I can tell that book was read like once or twice, and then it was put back in the bag. And same thing. Sent it off to get slapped. Came back as a 9. Oh, it came back as a 9.6.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
So I was the only one in line with that book.
Oh, yeah?
It's hilarious. Yeah, everybody was like, some people didn't believe it. They're like, that's fake. I'm like,
What, the
no, it's
Spider-Man
not.
book?
Yeah,
Oh.
no, it's with Obama in the front of it. It was funny. I slid it to him, and oh, by the way, that's a well-greased money machine. The way they have that set up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 6 at a time. They literally pick up the book, slide it to me, just next. So when I gave it to me, kind of like did one of these, and he's like, okay. And he signed it.
So did you send it right across his face?
No, I was like, he's brown. It's gonna look weird.
Yeah.
But he did it next to him.
You were one of those people that had the bag over it with the hole cut in the bag.
Oh, I've
sign
seen
here.
some guy did that, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
He put sign here with tape all over it. And
Yeah,
I was like,
they
what
wanted
the
it in a
hell?
certain spot.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
a lot of people don't like when you do that.
yeah, right. Yeah, a lot of people don't like it at all.
Yeah. So he signed it right.
Oh, that's
next to
cool.
him.
Yeah, hey, that's a good spot for it.
Yeah,
Though, right
yeah,
under Spidey, right next
Yep,
to Obama.
yep.
Yeah.
He
signed it right across
picked
his
it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
Right across his teeth. It's white enough, It's.
Yeah. I chose that because I took your advice, and you told me get him, sign him with whatever you want to sign. Don't bring him anything that he did. That's all hype, and it's true. Man, there was guys there. You could tell there was people there with boxes. They paid hundreds, thousands for having him sign stuff. And there was one guy with an Amazing Fantasy 15. That thing was mint. And I stood there and I was like, this guy's having him scribble permanent ink.
See, that's it.
all over
Right.
that
I don't want my Amazing Fantasy 15 signed. That's a great book. I don't need someone destroying it by putting a marker across it.
A lot of people think that Stan Lee's signature is gonna be worth money when he dies. This guy's been signing shit for 90 freaking years. The guy will sign anything too. You put in front of him.
You literally.
Give it a freaking orange peel. He'll sign that.
It'll be worth something until all these people that got all this stuff throw it out there and it floods the market, and then the prices will drop.
Yep. At Comic-Con 2015, Toki Carlos, he was with me.
Yeah.
And this guy had a prop shield from the Captain America movie. It was an actual shield from the film. It had all the paperwork and everything. Robert Downey Jr. signed it. Chris Evans. It was the brothers, the guys that directed the movie.
Brothers?
Yeah, those guys. They all everybody signed this shield, and he had him in the center where the star is. So I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's gonna be priceless.
Yeah.
And it was actually charging $120 for signatures last year.
Yeah.
Cash only, no check, debit, or anything.
Right. You know why? Because that's not being claimed anywhere.
Thank you.
That's all just going in his pocket.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They put it on a duffel bag.
We're gonna chase after him.
They put it in a Nike gym bag.
Yeah, you just walk home with it.
Walk
you know?
home, exactly.
Yeah.
His private jet is in Logan.
He ain't walking home. He's going to the nudie bar.
But all right, guys. I'll see you guys later.
All right, see you, Alex.
All right,
I'll put that other book aside for you next week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep, thanks. Someone pays me $50 to sign an orange peel. I'd sign an orange peel too.
The guy will sign anything. Who should be Batman?
I don't know. I'm not a. In the end, I don't care. I mean, I'll just come right up. I don't care who you cast it. Cast anybody. You put a mask on a guy, it doesn't matter anymore. As long as you get good, as long as you have a good script, anybody can act it. I mean, you need to say good words. I can't believe him with the mask off. I can't look at him as Bruce Wayne. I don't care if you pick Jake Gyllenhaal, then that's who it is. That's just who it is. I mean, it's the same thing as that we have to look at like shitty, Del Mundo artwork or whatever. That's the way he draws Spider-Man. That's the way he draws a Spider-Man. It's you just get with it.
Known to be a new Batman.
Yeah.
You know.
Glenn O'Leary.
Yeah, be the fat Batman.
Yeah.
You need a broody guy that you can believe in, because Batman's broody, and then he's a wisecracker as Bruce Wayne, and he carries a bunch of depression around with him, like his cloak on him. I mean, jeepers. How many guys can play that guy in Hollywood? Like 2,000 of them?
Here's Glenn as Batman.
Oh, hey, thanks, Fred. Have you looked in the mirror?
That's why I can say it.
That's true.
Fat people make a lot of people fat. Actually, I could be a Robin.
I hate the costumes that look like they're just pieces of plastic. You know, so it's like you can't move in it. It's yeah, I don't really like the way those costumes look. Hey, there you are. Yeah. There's Robin.
Last I checked, Glossman's not really that great.
Like a hell of a Robin.
PC worries about all their old junk. Why don't you worry about your new stuff? Get new people. You know, Batman, Superman. I mean, concentrate on making Aquaman good, Wonder Woman good, The Flash good. I mean, doesn't that sound like a smart strategy to me? I mean, you just put all this money into Justice League, and you're not even really fleshing out. They'll probably screw up the Flash movie.
With that bad attitude, you know, it's you know.
You know what? Maybe it was because they rushed Wonder Woman, because I think they had to get it out before Captain Marvel, so they had to get their female superhero out before Marvel did. Maybe the rush part is better for them. Like when they're under pressure, instead of just sitting back and, you know, and they're in the executive state, you know, well, this is year 2, wondering about who's going to be the next Batman in 2025. Maybe they need a rush order and go, okay, we need Batman, and it's got to be done in 6 months. We need a new guy. And then, okay, yeah, let's do this guy. He tested best.
Usually everybody's really, really friendly when you come here. You can just jump into conversation, and everybody laughs, and you can even start your own conversation, and it just feels like community. It feels good. I used to go to one in Boston, just out of the way, and they weren't really friendly.
Hey, fuck off, will you?
Just I don't know, just very weird. You see some guy just behind the cash register and not even help you. Sometimes you ask for help and they wouldn't even like acknowledge you. So I just started coming here. The books that I love are like anything that's Superman, Batman. I like some independent comics like Saga. That's my favorite one right now. Actually, everything I pick up is normally pretty good. The only thing that I kind of didn't like was Clone, but I haven't read that in such a long time that I forget why I didn't like it. Actually, yeah, nobody reads Superman right now. Everybody's reading that Dark Knight Metal. Everybody's reading that. I didn't want to read it just because I have no idea. I actually don't even know why I don't want to read it. But for the most part, everybody reads Marvel. I'm the only one out of my friends that reads Detective Comics. I love DC. It's the type of guy that I am. But everybody's on the Marvel bandwagon right now. They have a lot of movies out, so that's the only thing I have to see. DC only has, what, 3-4 movies now? Suicide Squad, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, and Suicide Squad. So 5 movies. But if they came out with more movies, I'd obviously go see it. But the only thing right now is just a lot of Marvel movies right now. So DC needs to catch up on that. Glenn,
Yeah.
quick question.
Yes.
Did God Complex come out this week?
It may have.
Because I don't see it.
It's not there.
Sold out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You see where that Gears of War is? In the Grave Trancers?
Yes.
The Gears of War, there's a hole right after that.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly where it was.
It's okay.
I'll order one. I'll reorder one for you and put it aside for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so that's it. Just 2 books this week.
$2. It's all we can get for
That's
you.
it, man.
How about some Quantum and Woody?
No.
Look, it's got a pretty cover. You picked up a book a few weeks ago, #1.
I still haven't read it. 30 Days of Night.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. I still haven't read it. Still haven't read it.
#2's out, so you got to read it. See if you like it.
That one too. Where is it?
Top left-hand corner. You want me to pick it up for you? You know, it's kind of high up there for you.
I know. I worked out last night. I'm like, oh, God.
Oh, I thought it was because you were short and you couldn't reach it.
No.
Okay.